Audio. Good evening. Can you hear me now? Let me see. Hey. No sound. Can you hear me now? Yay! You can hear me. I'm so happy. Hey. Somebody's still saying no sound. Can you hear me? Yes. Restart. If you can't hear me, just restart. Because I can see you. Yeah. Sound is back, loud and clear. Ifedayo, Ayodumosu, Constance, I can see you. Rita Ngozi, Yemisi Darish, Chizom, Faintola. I'm so happy. You guys are here. Funto George, Michelle. I remember Michelle Lawson. I have something for you. Yes, Ayodumosu, Debril, Celestine, Faith, everyone, Charity. Amaka Okoye, so many. I'm so happy, you guys. I'm so happy to see you guys. Okay. So should we just go or we should just, wait a little bit? What do you think? Should we just go? Yeah, we should go. Look at you people. You don't even want to wait for other people, eh? Somebody's still saying no sound. Just restart. If you can't hear me, just like restart your app. Just restart. You'll probably hear me. Okay, so let's go. I'm just thankful that you guys are here tonight. It's been so exciting. I'm so happy to have you. And I call this a town hall meeting. So I'm going to share something with you. Let me tell you why. So I'm going to tell you why I call this a town hall meeting. Do you want to know why? You know what? Let me just share it with you. So I went, I had gone to search the meaning of town hall. And it says, I'm reading directly now, it says that town hall meetings are meant for management to keep their team up to date on information, right? Thank you. I know I look amazing. Thank you. So town hall meetings are, like government meetings. You know how when everybody just comes together in a place to discuss. So this is what we're going to be doing like every 2 weeks. So what I'm doing first of all is like house rules. So I'll see you guys every 2 weeks and then we can talk about all of the things that we always talk about, right? So it's really about you where you are now and where you need to be. So we'll go through all the motions. We'll have different topics every 2 weeks and it's Sunday 8 o'clock, right? So remember, we're just saying rules first. So Sunday 8 o'clock and we'll have our town hall meetings, right? So today, the power of you. The power of you. How many of us, I know that I got a lot of messages, mails, and people, sending me stuff from the things that you had read. I had a few questions. I saw, a few people asking questions from the podcast and all of that. So I'm just going to take that in the course of this discussion. So let's look at this power of you. What does it really mean? The power of you. I'm going to take 4 things. And these 4 things, the 4 steps are from the workbook, the ebook. So the thing is, if you haven't downloaded the ebook, it's fine, right? You can still download it after, or we'll drop it in the group. So 4 things, 4 steps to reinvent yourself. Number 1, follow your path. And I know that a lot of you have read it. You read it and you're wondering, follow your path. What does that even really mean? Follow your path. It means that, we all have a story. There's a story of our lives, right? And a lot of times we are confused by the story of our lives. Sometimes you just think, is it only me? Or what does it even mean? So for instance, I remember that, a lot of you guys in here, you must have heard me the first time at Head Start. And I was giving you a quick story of my own life. So let me run through something for you. I know that I always thought that, you know, it didn't mean anything. You know how you just go through life and you just think, okay, it's normal. So, for instance, I was last born, and I was used to just always having things done for me. I was used to always being pampered. I was used to, it didn't mean anything, right? In the course of my life, you know how you just know that, okay, you have certain friends, some you don't really like, but you still keep them as friends. Follow your path, the story of your life. I'm going now, listen to me. You need to listen. Everything I'm saying it intentionally, right? So follow me. And then things start to happen to you. Things start to happen, different things. And at some time, for some people, the experiences of their life, it changes them. Haven't you seen those kind of people that you knew them before? Maybe you knew them in primary school or you knew them in secondary school, and you meet them and they're like a shadow. And you're wondering, what happened to this person? Who is this? I'm talking about following your path. Following your path is really allowing yourself to live like yourself. Like, allowing yourself to just live is okay. I was talking to somebody a few days ago, and I was telling her, she was saying, oh, how do I find my purpose? How do I know what I'm supposed to do in life? And I said, your purpose will find you as you are living, because every day you have those experiences, and those are the things that make you different. Those are that's what is unique about being you. So some people, they grew up in this particular, when they are telling their stories, oh, I grew up in Sulere, and when this happened, these were my parents, okay, or my parents died early, I lived with this thing. That is your path. Follow your path. As you grow, follow your path. Don't begin to think that, if only I had that. If only I had this. Why does this person have that and I don't have this? We're talking about following your path. Following your path. The power of you, one of the greatest things about your power is your story. Nobody has the exact same story as you. No one. It's amazing. So, but the thing is that when you despise your story and you think, this thing happened to me, and you become a victim. Remember the last time, I don't know how many of you I heard that, but I'm going to do it again. And you become a victim or you become a survivor. So here's what it is. Following your path means that you do not survive, you thrive. You don't survive your path. You thrive in it, you rule in it, you reign in it. Yeah? And you dominate. Guess why? You can dominate because you have the monopoly of your path. Your path is yours. Nobody has it. So when people say things like, I'm sure you see all those things all over. People don't really know what it means, but they will just say, do you. Do you is not just do anyhow you want to do. That's not you. Do you is following your path, doing it like you. Knowing that this is me, this is my path, this is my journey. I'm just going to go on. So following your path is, I have so many experiences. So for me, I remember when I was in like primary school, I remember that my parents were old. Like, my mom had me when she was like 42 and my dad was like 50 something. And I remember those times, all of the things I knew, I was just old. Like, I was like, I wouldn't play. When they're playing 20, I'll play. But some things didn't interest me. It didn't really interest me. I was just going with the flow. And I remember those times when my moms and my friends' moms and all of those things, they would come to class and everything. They used to look so funky, young, all of that. And then when my mommy would come, remember she was 50 something in those days, and my friends' moms were like in their 30s. So my mom would come. And we just, I don't know how, maybe because I was brought up like that. So I never was ashamed I just accepted that, okay, this is my own mommy. You guys should deal with it. And, I will sit down. I should be the one arguing. All those other moms will come and they'll be, all nice and talking to their children nicely. My mom can twist my own ear. They're like, hey, am I the only one here? She would just, I was like, but, I never really, it didn't bother me, right? That was my path. Where am I going? I'm going to the point of when I got older, I realized that because I never really despised my path. It was always a part of me. Everyone knew. I wasn't that person that used to hide where I'm from or hide what I do or my siblings or hide. There are some people that we had in secondary school. They will say that they live here when they don't live there. Maybe they will live in one place. They'll tell you they live in another place. Those sorts of things, following your path and owning your story, knowing that your path is yours. Your path is yours. Number one, follow your path. Number two, live in the moment. Now, when I say follow your path and living in the moment, is that, you need to experience the things that you go through. You need to experience them. Experience the things that you go. I can see what you're saying, Salako, Alaliko. You said design made for this meeting. Now, another thing is this. This meeting is for us. Whoever is in here is supposed to be in here, right? So it will get, a bit crowdier and things like that. But I'm a very intimate person. So I want to remember that my energy was very loud and all of that in, the last time that we met. But in here, this is you and I. Just imagine that we're the only two here. It's just you and I here, okay? Living in the moment is allowing yourself experience what it is that you're going through. What does that mean? So, you know why you should experience the things that you're going through? So that you can have a unique story. What am I talking about? The power of you. We're going there. We're going somewhere. So, following your path and then now living in the moment, experiencing the things that you're going through. So, for instance, something happens to you. Maybe you had a bad experience. You got violated, right? Experiencing the things that you go through. When you go through that thing, it's not something that you should put behind you and pretend that it didn't happen. No, you should know that this thing happened to me and begin to interrogate it. How did I feel? What happened? What could have happened differently? What do I wish had happened? How can I deal with this? How do I feel about this? What do I want to do? Go through it, experience it, allow yourself to go through it. You know why? You come out refined. You come out with an answer. You know why? The things that we go through are not for us. They're not for us. The power of you is you following your path, you choosing to experience your own journey so that you can have a unique story, so that it's not about surviving, it's about thriving in your story, ruling, reigning, and dominating. Do you understand that? So it doesn't matter the things that we go through. You have to understand, really, truly, it can be the most painful thing. It can be the most shameful thing. It can be the most annoying, frustrating thing. Yeah? But it happens for you and not to you. It happens for you. Trust me. Trust me. It happens for you and not to you. All the things that you go through, all of the pain, all of the hurt, all of the fear, all of the anxiety, all of the doubt, you are allowing yourself to go through it. Is you experiencing it and questioning it. How do you know your path? Your path is easy. Okay, do you know what? Somebody is saying, how do I know my path? So where were you born? How old are you? Who are your siblings? What were the circumstances of your birth? Those are your stories. What happened to you last year? What happened to you when you were 20? What happened to you? That's your path. What happened to you when you were 20 is different from what happened to me when I was 20. So you cannot expect that I'm now doing certain things, and you now start looking at me. Oh, I wish I were like that. How is it possible? How are you going to wish you are like me? You didn't have the same journey. You don't have the same path. So finding your thing, it's not anything you have to find. Another thing is that we complicate matters. It's not that serious. Your path is your path. Your path is when you were born, how you lived, the circumstances. Those things are the things that shape you. And those are the things that form your difference. So when I say things like, oh, your difference is in your path. Your difference is in your life's journey. Your difference is in your experiences. Your difference is in the way that you feel about things. Your difference is the way that you see things. So like when I say, so now we're taking follow your path and allowing yourself to experience, what you're going through, your path. The other thing is understanding yourself. Now, I always say to people that when you know yourself, when you know yourself, a certain awareness comes to you. But when you accept yourself, you become invisible. What does that even mean? What does that mean? Okay, when you know yourself, right? When you know yourself, you have like a certain awareness. You're more aware. You arrive. When you know yourself, you arrive on the scene. But when you accept yourself, you become invisible. What does that mean? When you accept yourself, people cannot see you coming. They don't know where you're coming from. They can't predict you. And so nobody can say, like wearing your shoes. It happens for me. I'm reading what you're saying just to check if you guys have questions. By the way, drop your questions though. I'm not that person that stops when we finish. Now start taking questions. We are doing everything inside, and I'm You get used to me. 1 hour, we are done, right? So you get used to it. What am I saying? When you accept yourself, you become invisible in that you are like air. You're just floating. Those things that used to bother you, those things that used to stress you and hold you down, they no longer, they're like shackles. You no longer feel them. So you're just coasting. So you're just coasting. Self-understanding. How do you know yourself? So the way that you know yourself, there are different things. The way that you're taking information, I'm sure that's why I said a lot of you should read the ebook, and then you should also listen to the podcast, because I sort of like talked about them. Understanding yourself, first of all, is knowing how you take in information. So you know that sometimes you when something happens, you have a perspective. You just know that, okay, this is what is happening to me, right? You have a way to take it information. So the way that we take information is different because of our experiences. Let me give you an example. So one day, for instance, I remember somebody was telling me about how his mom had died. So he was separated. Okay, so he was separated from his wife, and he was saying his mom died, and his wife's mom had called him. And when his wife's mom called him, she was not asking them, do you still live in this place? Do you still live in, say, for instance, Ilupeju? Is that where you people still live? And he was so mad. He was like, So of all the things that you have to say to me, it is that, do I still live in Ilupeju? It was funny, because that's not what I saw. Guess what I saw? I saw that she didn't know what to say. So she was just looking for how to, start a conversation. Come on. You had just lost your mom. She used to be your mother-in-law. You guys don't talk anymore. She hasn't spoken to you in years, and she's calling you and she's just saying, you guys live in Ilupeju. She was struggling with what to say, but he couldn't see that. Why? Because the way that we take in information, we take in information a lot of times through our experiences, through our pains, through you assume that this person said this to you, that it must mean that this, it must mean that the power of you. Number one, understand, follow your own path. It is your own. Whatever happened to you, own it. Take it. It's yours. Don't throw it away. It's your own, right? Number two, live in the moment. Allow yourself to experience it. I had one time I was working with a client, and she had this really bad experience. She had been raped, and this wasn't a young girl like that. I mean, she was older, right? And she had been raped imagine like a 28-year-old girl. And she didn't know the people. So she was driving at night, and then her car ran into some hole. And then the next thing, these guys came out from somewhere. They looked respectable, She said they came out on a power bike. So she just allowed them. I said, okay, help me out. And the next thing, before she knew what happened, they raped her. And she was she was so mad. And she was feeling all sorts of things. And she called me that I'm the only one she wants to see. And when I got there, if I'm not as satisfied with the path I followed, maybe due to background, how do I relate to the wish to change now to follow? Okay, so Constance, I know that you're here. Please check in the comments. If I miss any questions, please take it down for me so that I can, take them, right? Please. Whew. And then when I saw her, the first thing, me now, I just said, What happened to you? What is this? What is? And she started saying it. I said, say it how you feel it. Don't listen to those people that say, don't cry. Don't be upset. It's my path. Okay? What happened when the present becomes unbearable? It becomes unbearable because you're fighting with it. You don't want to own it. So listen to what I'm saying right now, Damilola. Exactly what I'm saying right now. Whatever happened, own it and allow yourself to feel it. And however you're feeling, express it. If you want to scream, scream. If you feel like killing somebody, say it out. Express yourself. Don't listen to all those, sorry, just be calm. Hell no. It's my path. I'm the one going to, if I want to roll on the floor, let me roll. Own it. Accept it as if you created it yourself. Accept it, take it. Own it. Allow yourself to experience it. Don't. So I have a saying, get into your feelings. Somebody asked me, in the podcast, I'm not going to say your name just in case you don't want me to say your name. So, I saw all your voice messages. I listened to them. Somebody sang to me. Thank you so much. I love that. I love it. You sang to me. You know yourself. I won't say your name. Thank you. And, somebody said, how do you get into your feelings? You get into your feelings by introspecting. So, for instance, something happens and then, you just start feeling a certain way. Allow yourself to name what you're feeling. Name what you're feeling, okay? So, for instance, this thing is happening to you. Maybe somebody did something. And instead, you just look away and say, it doesn't matter. But you know what's going to happen? It's going to drop a seed of some sort of bitterness or some sort of pain. The day you're going to react, it'll be as if you're overreacting. That's how you always do. That's how you do. You're always doing this thing. You didn't treat it, sir. You didn't treat it. That's why you're feeling like that. And now, enter the feeling. Enter it. Stop, doing like this. Somebody says, my background has shaped me. Sometimes I feel more negatively. How do I overcome it? How do I get over the experiences I had? I don't want you to get over your experiences, honey. That's what I'm saying. Listen, don't get over them. Get into them. Don't get over them. Get into them. I begin to think about them and introspect and say, how that time that this thing happened, what would I have wanted to happen instead? I'm going to tell you why. Follow me. I'm going to tell you why I'm telling you to do that. Edisana, I recognize you. I heard your voice message. So I'm going to tell you why you're going to do that. Because the only thing that can give you fulfillment is when you go through all of these things and you hear somebody else that went through it and you have an answer. Did you hear me? The only thing that can give you fulfillment, you will keep running and keep getting upset and keep getting mad and keep wishing this didn't happen to me. I wish I didn't go that way. I wish I didn't do this. But guess what? The only fulfillment you can feel is when you get into it, understand it, know how to deal with it, and give that grace to somebody else, extending the grace to someone else. That's the only thing that can give you fulfillment. Only. And then you say something like, how do I find my purpose? Don't look, you don't find purpose. Purpose finds you. Purpose finds you in the place of being ready to give, ready to be that one to share. Remember your story. That's it. Somebody's saying, how do I get over the fear of getting into my feelings? I'm always afraid to do that. You're always afraid to get into your feelings. You know what? This is the easiest thing. And you joined the channel. One of the first things I said was learning to meditate. Now, I'm not saying pray, y'all. I didn't say pray. I said learning to meditate. Meditating is slowing yourself down, shutting everything else out, and just spending time with yourself. Let me tell you how. So get any time in a quiet place, a place that you can just be by yourself. If you want music, play music that you don't know so you don't start singing. It's not that I say you should stay in one place and start singing. Don't sing. Don't do anything. Just stay in a quiet place, you by yourself. If you want to use music, fine. If you don't want to use music, fine. Just spend time with yourself and introspect. Breathe in, out, and like hear yourself breathing as if there's nothing else you're thinking about. So it's practicing stillness, practicing how to just relax. I'm talking to somebody who is saying, how do I get into my feelings? If you learn how to stop controlling everything, stop wanting to control everything. If you learn how to do that, you'll be able to get into your feelings. Let me give you an example. You know how you meet somebody and you really like the person. Somebody says, how do you deal with inferiority complex? You have inferiority complex, honey, because you're not owning your own path. You're looking at somebody else. I'm going to tell you how. Remember, today we're talking about the power of you. There's so many things we can talk about. We're talking about the power of you. I'm leading you somewhere. I want you to listen. Another thing is this: you're jumping. How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I? You're crowding your mind. Slow down. Stop thinking. Stop and just listen to me. Stop thinking. Stop putting your fears, your anxieties, your doubts in front of you. Slow down. Don't ask me, how can I do this? How can I do that? No, except is what I'm saying to you. Listen to me. Follow me. You know why I'm telling you this? Your mind is used to overreacting. Your mind is used to pressure. Your mind is used to trying to make, explain it, all of those things. Calm down. Just be still. Somebody said, is it okay to let go of control? So there's always a balance in everything. I'm not sure what you mean by that. But control, yeah. So let me say something to you. You know how I was giving an example. I said, when you like someone, you really like this person, but they tell you to control it. I'm not that one that will tell you to control it. You know what's going to happen? Is either the person doesn't want you or doesn't like you, and that's okay. That's okay. That person is just not the one for you. But it doesn't mean that you should change who you are for that person. Because when the person that wants you is looking for you, they won't find you because you are no longer that person. Does that make sense to you? Let me go over it again. So for instance, I said, maybe you meet somebody and you really like this person, right? And you guys are having a conversation and things like that. And you say you want to not get into your feelings. You want to just hold back. Holding back is what we have done for years and years and years. Thank you so much for saying I'm beautiful, Dwayne. Thank you. We've held back for years and years such that you lose a part of yourself every time. So you know how you know an answer to something? It's the same thing. You know the answer, but you don't want to say it because you don't want to appear stupid. Or you don't want to appear, so they won't say this. You know what's going to happen? The next time, you're not going to say it. And the next time, you're not going to say it. And what's going to happen is you will just stop saying and you will just stop experiencing that. You're going to lose yourself. You're going to lose yourself. The power of you is in following your path, is in living in the moment, experiencing yourself, your experiences, going into them, going into your feelings, accepting yourself so you can be invisible, understanding yourself. I'm getting so many messages. The last thing in this, from the ebook is allow yourself to change. Now, this is the one I'm going to stay with. Thank you. I can see the hugs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is the one I'm going to stay with. Allowing yourself to change. You see, people always say things like, this is who you are. And this is who, you say this is who you are. But we are so dynamic in that we evolve. We evolve. Today, you can be this person. And tomorrow, you can be that person. And it's okay. It's fine. Don't be deceived. Okay, let me give you an example. Somebody today, they read law and they love it. They really love it. And the person is a lawyer. And then along the line, the person likes to cook. And then apart from cooking, the person likes to write. So this lawyer, should they say I'm a lawyer and I cannot become a chef? Or I cannot, why? Allowing yourself to change. In the sense that, it's the same thing that we're talking about. About when you follow your own path, you realize that this is where my path is leading me and you go with it. You follow it as if you chose it yourself because you did. Follow it, you know, just go with it. If this is what you are feeling, what's the worst that could happen? Tell me, okay, it doesn't work out. But you'd have had that experience, remember? And that experience will grow you to your next level. What am I saying? Let me just give you a simple example. So I started off in, for instance, I started off in PR. Before, let me even tell you, before I read PR, so I went to school and I read insurance. The silliest thing. How do you regain yourself after losing? Like what I've said now, start like you're starting from the beginning. Like you're starting from the beginning. I'm going to give you some steps. I'm going to give you different things. And you know that this is all, right now, there's so much I can say. I can't really say too many things to you. I can't really say so many things to you here. You know what I mean? So I do have like courses. I have different things that you can actually take. So, but this is our like town hall meeting where I'm answering your questions because I see your emails, I see your messages. So I'm answering questions. I'm like trying to clarify things for you to give you a better perspective, right? But there are courses, I have books that I'm coming, I'm releasing. There's so many things. Don't worry. Don't be anxious. All of the things that you need, you have them. They are already here. Look who's here. Come on. How can you be anxious? Don't let me punch you. Huh? I'm here. It's not too late to follow your path as long as you're alive. Hmm? As long somebody's saying don't forget your makeup era. Let me quickly gist you. Do you guys want to hear gist? That's how let me get gist you. So I started off, I read insurance. It was horrible, by the way. I mean, I didn't like it, but you have to go to school to read something. First, I didn't know what I was going to read. But at that time, if you're not a lawyer, you're not an accountant, you're not a doctor, you didn't go to school. And then my father was quite strict too. He was, a principal of schools and all of that, educationist. My mom was a vice principal. So I grew up in, now I understand because I'm a teacher. See now, if I didn't have that path, I won't be who I am. Follow it, follow that path. Do you understand? So I read insurance in school, left school, and then I didn't, there was nothing to really do. I didn't want to do insurance. So I started looking for, I don't know, by sheer providence. Honestly, it's by sheer providence. I just found what I liked. And I found that it was PR. So I started going into PR, right? From PR, I started doing experiential marketing. I started doing branding. So I've always been that person. My people that know me, hey, my wallet is plenty. I like all these pen things. You have to look sharp. You have to, it annoys me when people are just scattered. I say, why are you looking like this? Did they beat you? What is it? You can't be looking like that. I've always been that person that I love to be on point. And I'm very finicky. You must be like this to the letter. That is my path. Follow your path. The things that you like, the things that irritate you about things, the things that annoy you about things, the things that excite you about things. That is your journey. Own it. Carry it on your head. Own it. When they tell you, are you the only one? Yes, I'm the only one. I'm the one. You know what will happen? If you don't own that journey, you're going to lose it. And you'll be struggling. You'll be wondering, who is this person? You'll be living like lower than yourself. But if you follow your path, you get to live your best, like your best self, your most deserved self, your highest self. Because the power of you is yours, is you. Nobody is you. And that is your power. Nobody is you. And that is your power. The fact that I am, I'm who I am. I grew up here. I started there. I had this experience there. I did that there. That's it. Follow your path. On that path is, all of the help that you need. But remember I said to you, you're not a taker, you're a giver. And the only way you can be a giver is if you have nurtured yourself enough to have something to give. Allow yourself to change. Let me finish my story. Oh my God, 8:37. Let me finish my story. So, and then I got into, experiential marketing and all of those things. And then I realized something at work. Let me tell you this thing about our work. I noticed that, the high profile accounts. So if anyone of you knows what brand activation is, so you work with them brands and you help them create their campaigns. So all of those campaigns you see outside, maybe like for instance, maybe like a Coke advert, and they start saying "Mama" something something. Is an activation agency, advertising agency that comes up with those things. Activation agency now actually does the campaign. So you see them doing things like road shows, that sort of thing. So I noticed that for the premium accounts, that's where they will put me. They'll just say, "Oh yeah, you go and do this one." I say, Heineken, Kiniko. The MTN one, maybe they'll say, "Oh, do the business one. You'll be the person on this account." I was now wondering, I said, because I've been used to, because I grew up with adults. So I was used to being by myself and introspecting and asking myself questions. I started asking myself questions. Am I the only one here? Why is the media giving these things to? There must be something about me. These people think I don't know. So I started digging. And then I will ask a question. I'll ask my boss. So how do you think I can do it? You say, because I know that if you are there, you will do it to the letter. I said, I will do it to the letter. Okay, I'm excellent. Note it down. I will ask maybe my friends, why are you telling me this thing? She said, because I know that, you will always say it as it is. I said, I'm bold, courageous. I know how to, I'll put it down. What am I telling you? I'm telling you that when you own your path, you follow it, experience it. Before you understanding yourself, the only way you can understand yourself is if you're asking questions. Ask the people around you. Ask, family, ask friends, ask colleagues. Don't ask them about the bad things because people are terrible. They'll be telling you about bad things. That's not what I said. The things that they commit to you, why they are friends with you, so ask them. Or, like I said, if somebody says to you, "Oh, you did that really well, that was good," you say, "What did I? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. What did I do about it? How did I?" So that, somebody said, "I have this friend that doesn't like sharing anything about her ideas, dreams, but I keep sharing mine with her. But most times I feel I'm being cheated. What do I do?" Answer the question yourself. You know it. You know it because you're refusing to introspect. See, your insides will be turning with this friend. As you have said it here, your inside is already turning. Why are you asking me? You know the answer. Miracle, you know the answer. I'm not going to tell it to you. That's the point. That's the point. Allow yourself to go through it and you ask yourself questions. Yourself will be telling you, "I'm going to just do this. I'm going to do that." But you don't want to hear it. Remember, we were talking about inner voice before. But today, we're not talking about voice. There's so many things that we can talk about. This is just you. I'm talking to you. Ask questions. Ask questions. When you ask questions, then you internalize those questions. Guess what? The things that people will be saying, they can't be too far away from each other. They can't. One person cannot say you're excellent. Another person will say, "You're always terrible. You mess things up all the time." It's not possible. Your essence is such that it shines. And you're the last person to see it. You know why? Because you're a giver, not a taker. So it's difficult for you to see all of the things that you do. Right? It's difficult. So it's by you introspecting, spending time with yourself, asking people, taking those things back, getting into your feelings. That's it. My story, let me finish my story. We know a lot of things, but we wish they were different. Self-esteem issues. How do I deal with that? That's what we're talking about. So I have, before this is over, once it's over, we'll put it in the channel. I have some courses. A lot of people had put in the JO code. It's starting on the 10th of June. It's starting on the 10th of June, but you have to make payments before then. You know why? Because it's going out publicly and it's not going to be that price. So if you don't buy it on time, make those payments, once it goes out, but of course, because you're in my community, you have a grace, but the grace it has to be before the 10th of June. All right. And I'll show you what those courses are before we finish. I'll show you what those courses are before we finish. So follow me, my journey. Follow me. We have a few minutes to go. And remember, I said to you 1 hour. This is how we run. We are excellent. So our Chatham rules. In here, we are excellent. We keep to time. If you don't come on time, it's finished. If you don't do this on time, it has ended. You have to get used to doing that. Do things excellently. The problem with our world is that people are just used to doing mediocre things. You are not that person. You are not. If you were before, now that you are here, We're going to consolidate power of you. You are excellent. Okay? Excellent. Keeping to what you should keep to. Do you understand that? So my path. After that, obviously I just said to myself, I know that I'm good with people. I want to start working with people. I don't just want to work with brands. So I started looking online, searching the things that I like: fashion, beauty, makeup, people, talking. And I found image consulting. I said, image consulting, what's this? It was as if I'd never seen it before. When I read it, I knew that this was me. So this is me following my path. This is me asking myself questions about myself. This is me wanting to know about myself and my experiences. This is me searching. Google is your friend. If you are feeling a certain way, type it there. Feeling upset about, because you'll be shocked. It will just bring out something, jealousy. You say, hey, it's jealousy. Know that it is. Break it down. What is jealousy? When you break it down, you say, why am I jealous? You ask, what is making me jealous? Okay, because when she did like this, she said like that. What is making me envious? Because he just started out and he has started making this money. What is making me angry? Because he spoke to me like that and it made me feel as if I was small. Go there. Enter the feelings. Enter it and stop doing, I don't really care. It's a lie. You care. You care and it's bothering you. It's messing you up. It's not allowing you to own your power and show up on your sin. It's not allowing your opportunities to collide with you. You know why? You're not ready. You're not in the place of your opportunity. That's why you can be asking me, how do I find my purpose? Because you're not in the place of opportunity. Purpose has not found you. It has not found you. When you keep walking your path, when purpose finds you, you will know. You will know. The world will know that, this one. People will know you for something. They will call you and they say, this. When they have that challenge, they will come to you. Then you know that purpose has found you. Stop saying, how do I find my purpose? Don't be deceived by all these things that people are saying up and down. You are a different crop. You are inside here now. I'm going to call you my companions. In here, this is a YBB company of companions. So companions are, I even actually, honestly, even checked that. So companions are people that you spend time with because you are traveling together. This is Google. I checked it too. This is Google. Yeah, you spend a lot of time with them because maybe they are your friends or you're traveling together. So here I'm traveling with you on your journey to you, to your best you, to your highest you. And when you get there, you'll be like a star, and we'll see each other, companions, shining, doing big things. Stop playing in, all those small league. Money will be scaring you. They say something is how much, your heart will scatter. Yeah, I can't afford it. Why? Why? We're going there. This is our first class. I'm trying to be soft with you, but you people, I'm feeling you. So let me tell you, this is not going to be like every other thing that you've experienced. I'm going to tell you as it is so that you can move forward. It's no longer time to baby you and tell you, this will be Kiniko. No, the days of babying are over. I'm going to stop at 8:50. And after 8:50, I'm just going to take the questions that I see because we have 10 minutes for that. Is that okay, guys? Yes, so let me quickly finish my story. So I now obviously got into image consulting, and that's where I started my journey, 2010. I started with branding, personal branding. I told you who my first client was. I worked with this person. I, kept on doing this thing. It didn't make sense. People around me started saying, won't you just go back to work or go to the, go and be selling something to banks? I tried everything. I was doing it. But, this is my path. They say, why don't you do it like this? No, this is how they are doing it. This personal branding, you can't do it like this. Do it like dressing. Go to the companies and start telling them how to dress. I was like, for me, it's more than dress. It's not just, I tried to explain it. I didn't know. I just kept, but the funny thing, I allowed myself to keep going and to keep going and to keep going. It's been 10 years. I just found you. You just found me. I didn't find you. You found me. I've been here. That's how purpose is. I saw some people saying, where have you been? How didn't I know you before? I said, it's time. It's time to know me. I've always been there doing this thing. You just didn't know it yet. That's it. All of the experiences of your life are leading you on a path. Follow it, enter it. Don't be afraid of it. Listen to it. Things happen to us. Some things that are so terrible. Terrible things happen to people, oh. Terrible, terrible things. Own it. Accept it as if you chose it because you did. So, go into it and say, this happened. It happened for me, not to me. For me. Is there a difference between overthinking and entering your feelings? Let me tell you the difference right now. The difference between going into your feelings and overthinking is this. When you go into your feelings, you're asking profound questions. What is happening? What can it call? How can I? What do I need to do? When? Overthinking is, what's this? Oh, what am I going to do? Overthinking is worry, is anxiety, is fear. It's just like when something happens and you just say, well, there's nothing I can really do about moving on. What can I do next? That is getting into your feelings. They're two different things. Somebody said, I heard about you 6 years ago. I wanted to work with you so much, but the connect failed. Really? 6 years ago? Wow. Now you're here, honey. I'm here with you. Let's go. Here we see. Thank you. Right? You see, 8:51 more minutes. That's it, guys. That's it. So I'm going to stop there and take questions now. Okay? Because we have 10 minutes for questions. Thank you. Let me quickly take questions. Okay, so somebody said, does accepting ourselves mean we shouldn't want to change aspects of our personality we may not be satisfied with? So here's the thing, that is another aspect. So when you accept yourself, accepting yourself is owning up to your strengths. So I'm this person that says that whatever you focus on, it does what? When you focus on something, it magnifies. So don't look at your weaknesses. Focus on your strengths. So when you're saying that changing aspect of your personality, you're looking at weakness. Forget about it. Leave it. Focus on the strength. Focus on growing your strength. You know what's going to happen? When you focus on that strength, hey, hugging you right back, Olalekon. Hey. Thank you, Amarachi. When you focus on your strength, it's going to overshadow that weakness. You will not even remember the weakness again. Forget about it. Don't look at that weakness. Do you understand? Edith Young. Damilola, what happened when the president becomes unbearable? I think I tweeted that. How can I use my path to reinvent yourself? Don't use your path to reinvent yourself. You're just going to follow the path. What you're using to reinvent yourself is your experiences. So in the sense that reinventing yourself is like what I'm saying now. When you go through all of those experiences, when you accept it, when you own it as your own, reinventing yourself is showing up as yourself every single time. So when things happen to you, you accept that these things are happening for me and not to me. It will change your experiences. It will change the way that you react to things, and it will help opportunities to come to you. Yeah? I'm a budding brand strategist, but it appears there aren't much branding firms to contribute your expertise to. Are there any branding firms you recommend? Have you started contributing your expertise to any at all? You need to start in small. You have to start things small before they expand. You can't just say, I have looked, well, there's nothing. There's nothing to do. There's none that is my own. Come on. Whichever one you find, do it there. I always say to you, wherever you are, be there. I didn't say be there. Wherever you are, be there. Meaning that wherever you are, put all of yourself. Show up there. That they will know that, when they need that thing, they are coming to you. Wherever you are, be there. Yeah? Okay. Somebody, I'm going to take H's. My background has shaped me. Sometimes I feel more negatively. How do I come over it? How do I get over the experiences I had and become the person I should be? Like I said to you, don't get over them. Get into them. Following my path. If I'm not satisfied with the path I followed, maybe due to background, how do I relate having the wish to change? Now do I... Okay, so this is somebody that is saying, I'm not satisfied with my path. You see, one of the greatest things about following your path is being grateful and thankful where you are. The one that is not thankful can never receive. You can never receive more if you're not thankful. So wherever you are, follow it. Be thankful for it. Remember I said, accept, listen to me. Listen, you're not listening. If you listen to me, you will hear what it is I'm saying. I'm saying that choose that path. Instead of struggling with it, take it as if you chose it. It's hard. So let me stop trying to do this. I'm not going to mess around with you. It's hard, and that's why I'm here. It's hard, but it's something that you have to practice. So start it. When you feel like this background. So for instance, somebody sent me a message and talked about how how, they have had communication issues. They've had the fear of communicating because, you don't speak well. You know what? You feel that way also because the people that you surround yourself, you feel like you're playing in a league that is higher than yourself. So that's something. You need to surround yourself with people that complement you, people that lift you, such that you can build your confidence in a small place. In a small place. Don't throw yourself out in the ocean. When I was talking about cultivating your space, choose your friends, people that can help you. Then start working on those things that you know that are your strengths instead, so that you shine above those things. You know what? When your strength shines, your weaknesses, we don't see them. I've heard people that, haven't you listened to some speakers across the world that can't speak English? They're translating what it is they're saying, but because the depth of them is so powerful, that's all you can see. So you need to do that. Somebody says, we love to hear that song again. How does one filter through the various voices and identify the true voice leading you where you need to be? So that's what I'm saying about introspecting, about meditating, about calming yourself, about having a stillness within yourself. There's so many questions. I love you guys. Woo! I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful you're here. I love you guys. Like, you're my reason. I'm so excited. Like, all of these questions are so real to me. I know that all of these things I'm saying, I've been through them. I had those stages. I was telling you my journey. I had those stages where I felt intimidated because I was like, I'm just small. I've had those issues where, I'm in my 40s, right? And I'm so small. I know that, my friends, those days, when we go somewhere, they'll be calling them mama, and me, and they just say, hi. I say, why now? What happened? What is it? But now I understand. I have a youth energy. If I looked a certain way, you won't be here. Because of the way I am, you are here. And so follow your path. Everything that happens, all of the things in your life, they are for you. They are for you. All of the things I go through, I went through a broken marriage, whatever, they are for you. It's so that you can, with the grace and the providence that you have received in life, that you can remember when you're grateful about those things, when you're thankful about those things, when you ponder on those things and consider them as strengths, you are able to distill it to somebody else. And then you become a giver, not a taker. How can I help young people find their identity in life? Have you found yours? If you have found yours, then it's easy to help other people. I have a friend who always says that it's he who has health, who is alive, that can donate blood. If you are dying, you want to donate blood. Which kind of blood? We are all going to die. Temilola, he said, this girl, my sister, don't worry, don't mind them. Those things are working for you. Oh my goodness, I have so many questions and we have like 4 minutes to go. How do I take this? How do I build me, the power of me, when I lack the drive or zeal to? When you lack the drive or zeal, there's only one place you can be. You should be alone. Spend time with yourself and surround yourself with things that you like. Spend time alone. Shut everything else out. Something in you is crying. Spend time with yourself. Just stay with yourself, okay? And if you have something is happening to you, something is going on your inside. So it's introspecting again. So maybe you say you don't have the zeal. Something happened to you that made you not have that zeal. Go into it. What happened? Check your past associations. Check your experiences in the last weeks. What happened? Something is going on in there. Go into it and say, oh, this is what happened to me. How did I feel? Why did I feel that way? Oh, it's because this person said this. It's because that thing happened. It's because this. Go into it and enter it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Go into your feelings. That's what's happening, okay? I'm a budding brand. I've seen that. Please clarify between passion and purpose. That's funny. Passion is something that you like. Purpose is something else that is bigger than you, that is greater than you. Purpose is something that finds you and helps you. How purpose works is that's what makes you a giver. Purpose is the one that extends your hands, that after you have enjoyed all of these things, all of these privileges, and you are able to give it to somebody else. And so then we spread that that generosity, that light to other people in the world. Yeah. Okay, I love my job, but I feel deep inside of me that I can do more. But to find a level ground for both engineering and growing a business that I've always wanted to. Okay, so you need to pair the things. I always say to people, always say things like, I've just found my hobby, I found something, they just want to leave their job. It doesn't work like that. You know, you need to look at the circumstances of your life, also your lifestyle, and you have to be sensible in the sense that, okay, I'm working now. Why am I working? Because of this and this and that. So, like I said, introspect, go through it and say, okay, if I stop work, what is the, how do I sustain this? What is the guarantee? Except it's a matter of like life and death. In that situation, you know that you have been forced to stop work. And then when you're forced to stop work, go into your experiences and begin to do the things that you're supposed to do from how you're feeling, what you are sensing, the things that are happening around you. Okay, I'm going to take, we have 2 more minutes, guys. Please, I need the ebook. You will get all of that. Somebody say, I spend time alone with, okay. How does one filter through the various voices and identify the voice that is leading you? Like I said, spend time with yourself, introspect. Somebody says something. My business partners on the average are 6 years older. My best ideas are discarded and repackaged for me 2 weeks later. As the managing equal partner, what can I do, please? So you need to permit yourself to be heard. The song, okay, you know what? I'm going to sing for you. If that's it, I will sing. I will sing something. Okay, I will. And that's our extra time. Okay. But I'm supposed to stop now. I'm going to take this last question. He says, my best ideas are discarded and repackaged for me 2 weeks later. As the managing equal partner, what can I do? What you can do is to permit yourself to be heard. How? How do you permit yourself to be heard? You by yourself become confident. Become confident in yourself and in your abilities, such that, understand this, your partners, understand them, follow, how they make decisions, listen to them, know what it is that they want to hear. When you're presenting your ideas, present them in the way that it sounds like them. People like themselves. So for instance, you know how maybe your boss says things like, maybe your boss always says things like, here we don't take excuses. We do not take excuses. You have to live up to it. That's fine. And you want to present a case, and you know that it's going to sound like an excuse to your boss. You know what you will say? You will say things like, because I'm somebody that is, taking responsibility for this, we're not going to take this as, I'm not going to accept this from you guys, from the team. However, I know that it's because, you should have done this and that wasn't provided. But that is not an excuse. You have said it, but you said it in the language of your boss. So he will hear, all he's going to hear is that thing that he always says, but you have passed your message. So what I'm saying to you, Ifedayo, is this. Permit yourself to be heard, but permit yourself to be heard like they want it to be heard. Get into their psyche. And that's why I said, listen to the podcast. There's a part that I talked about. I'm not sure if it's the experience of you or one of them, right? I'm not sure if it's the experience of you, but there's something like that you can use to get in there. There's also a course that I have. It's called Magnetism. I'm going to share with you. Okay, so guys, 9 o'clock. I am done with taking questions. All of the other questions, I would answer them. I'll answer them through emails. You will see them. You will know that these are your questions. I'll answer them in emails. I'll answer them in the things that I share on my different platforms. You see that. So I'm going to share quickly with you the courses that are available for now. They start on June 10th. Remember, you have a 50% discount. There's one that is 20,000, the other one that is 30,000. The one that is 20,000, you get it at 10,000. The one that is 30,000, you get it at 15,000. I know what it is that I'm doing. So here is what it is. I've always worked with a premium crowd. So I've always charged, but now I understand that it's time for me to be here with you. And I understand that this is something that, is going to change your life. So I'm willing to give whatever it takes to make sure that we get there together. Remember what I called you, my companion. Together we are traveling on the journey to you. Okay? So quickly, let me share what that looks like. Let me show you what that looks like. It's coming up. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if you can see it. It's coming up. Just give me some time. Give me some time. Give me some time. Give me some time. It's not coming up yet. I'm not sure why, but okay. Yes. So share my screen. Share. Give me a minute, guys. Okay, I'm trying to share something with you. Okay, I'm trying to share something with you. So you would see it in a few minutes or seconds. And that's it. Whoa. Okay, even if you don't see it, you know what? We'll send it in the in the channel. So because it's wasting my time right now, and I'm not going to deal with that. Okay, so I'll send it in the channel for you. And then thank you so much, guys, for being here tonight. You need to be glowing like me. Don't worry, you will glow. Shebi, I'm here. Everything we will do. I'm going to share something with you, and I want you guys to write it down because right now, I don't want all of these things. It's not going to stand in our way. So you're going to write it down. I command myself. So this is an affirmation. I command myself to remain in peace. I'm going to try and write it. Is that okay? Can I write it? I'm going to do that. Text on screen. I command myself to remain in peace. I'm writing it for you. Command myself to remain in peace, to explore all I can be. To explore all I can be, okay? On my mountains high. Don't worry, I'm going to share with you now. Did I share the first part with you? Yes? Okay. So I command myself to remain in peace, to explore all I can be. Can you see that? I command myself to remain in peace, to explore all I can be. I love you too. You need to write that. I'm changing it. To explore all I can be. On my mountains high. Don't worry, we'll send it to you as well, just in case. On my mountains high and my valleys low. I'm complete. There you go. So I'm going to show you this one as well. Yeah? On my mountains high and my valleys low. Can you see that? On my mountains high and my valleys low. The last part is this. Don't worry if you don't get it. I'm going to send it to you, okay? So don't be worried about that. On my mountains high and my valleys low, I'm complete in all. Yes. Okay. I'm complete in all. Yes, I am. So I'm going to take the whole thing again, and you can go away with this. I command myself to remain in peace, to explore all I can be. On my mountain highs and my valley lows, I'm complete in all. Yes, I am. So if anybody has it written, just put it in the comment section for everyone. Just put it in the comment section for everyone. Okay, so guys, I'm going to sing for you, and you're going to listen. Are you ready? If you're ready, you need to write sing. Until I see sing, I'm not singing. Until I see sing, I'm not doing anything. So sing, guys. Sing, sing, sing. If you write sing, I will sing. But if not, that's okay. I command myself to remain in peace, to explore all I can be. On my mountain highs and my valley lows, I'm complete in all. Yes, I am. Okay? So let me know if you want to hear a song. I need to see sing. Sing, 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 sing. Sing, sing, sing. I want to sing, 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 sing. Raise the roof. Sing, 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 sing. Okay, guys, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Listen. There we go. I command myself to remain in peace, to explore all I can be. On my mountain heights and my valley lows, I'm complete in all. Yes, I am. I'm complete in all. Yes, I am. I love you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I'll talk to you again. The courses we put in the channel, the link will be put there. You just go there and everything. Okay? I love you guys. So just say thank you to everyone, as many names as you can see there. Just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Just say, love it, say thank you to Blessing. This person say thank you. You know, just say thank you to each other, love on each other. Say thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, 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 thank you. Yay! Thank you, guys. Say thank you to each other. Thank you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody, put your hands to them. Clap, 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 clap. Say something to someone. Say thank you. Say thank you to somebody. Any name that you see. Any name that you see, just say thank you. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you. Say thank you to someone. Thank you. Just say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let gratefulness flow. So we know how to be grateful for our situations. We know how to be grateful for our lives. We know how to be grateful for our experiences. We know how to be grateful for each other. We know how to be grateful for your companion. Yay! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. Mwah!